Scene opens with a close-up on a wooden table. A hand firmly places a single, crisp $50 bill down. The camera holds on the bill for a moment before the title fades in over it, $50 for 7 days. Can you really eat for a whole week on just $50? That's not just a question. It's a challenge. A challenge I decided to take on. The rules were simple. This single bill had to cover all my food and drink for 7 full days. No dipping into savings, no using forgotten pantry items, just me, this 50, and a whole lot of strategy. The goal wasn't just to survive, but to see if it was possible to eat reasonably well on an extremely tight budget. This is the story of how it went, a week-long journey into the world of extreme budgeting, where every single cent counts and every meal is a calculated decision. The journey begins now, and honestly, looking at that loan bill, I'm already feeling the pressure mount. Cut to Alex navigating the aisles of a discount grocery store. The fluorescent lights hum overhead. The shopping cart is starkly empty at first, then slowly fills with specific, carefully chosen items. Close-ups on bags of rice, dried beans, a large sack of potatoes, a carton of oats, and a few onions and carrots. The first and most critical step was the grocery run. This wasn't about cravings or desires. It was about pure, unadulterated survival math. I headed straight for a no-frills discount grocer, a place where fancy packaging and brand names don't exist. My mission was to maximize calories and nutrients per dollar. The cart became a testament to frugality. A massive bag of rice formed the foundation, promising a filling base for many meals. Next came the protein, dried black beans and lentils, cheap, healthy, and incredibly versatile. For breakfast in bulk, a large container of rolled oats was a non-negotiable. I grabbed a sack of potatoes, some onions, and a bag of carrots for flavor and essential vitamins. There was no room for luxuries like fresh fruit, meat, or cheese. Each item was weighed not just in pounds, but in its potential to get me through the week. The final tally at the register was $48.72. I walked out with my haul and a slim $1.28 left in my wallet for the entire week. The scene shifts to a kitchen, a montage of efficient, large-scale cooking. Alex is seen chopping a pile of onions, rinsing beans, and stirring a large pot on the stove. The camera shows several identical containers being filled with the simple bean and rice mixture. Back in the kitchen, it was time for Phase 2, meal prep. Wasting time and energy cooking from scratch every day wasn't an option. Efficiency was the name of the game. I spent the next few hours transforming my raw ingredients into a week's worth of ready-to-eat meals. The big pot on the stove simmered with a massive batch of black beans, cooked with half an onion and a bit of salt for flavor. Another pot cooked up a mountain of rice. My main meal for the week was set, a simple, repetitive, yet surprisingly hearty combination of rice and beans. For breakfast, I cooked a large portion of oatmeal, which I divided into 7 containers. The kitchen filled with the simple, earthy smells of my week's sustenance. It was a production line of survival, each container a small victory against the ticking clock of the challenge. A series of quick cuts. Alex is shown eating the same meal of rice and beans for lunch and dinner, day after day. The expression is one of stoic resolve. Then a shot of Alex walking down a city street, eyes lingering on the window of a bustling cafe where people are drinking coffee and eating pastries. A quick cut to Alex taking a sip of water from a reusable bottle. The daily grind was the true test of willpower. Breakfast was oatmeal with water. Lunch was rice and beans. Dinner was, you guessed it, rice and beans. The first couple of days felt like a noble experiment, a fun challenge to conquer. By day 4, the monotony was crushing. The flavors, once comforting, became bland and predictable. My world, culinarily speaking, had shrunk to the size of a Tupperware container. The real struggle came from the outside world. The smell of pizza from a shop I passed, the sight of friends grabbing coffee, the tantalizing advertisements for burgers and fries, they were all powerful temptations. It was a constant battle between my growling stomach and my commitment to the challenge. Every time I walked past a bakery, it felt like a small act of defiance to keep moving and take a sip from my water bottle instead. Final scene. The kitchen table from the beginning. It's 7 days later. Alex, looking a bit tired but with a bright, triumphant smile, sits at the table. Alex opens the wallet and pulls out the remaining $1.28, placing the coins next to where the $50 bill once lay. And then, just like that, it was over. 7 days had passed. I had made it. Sitting at my kitchen table on the final morning, I felt a profound sense of accomplishment. It was more than just saving money. It was a lesson in resilience, discipline, and appreciating the simple things. I looked inside my wallet and pulled out the $1.28 that remained, the tangible proof of my victory. The week was tough, repetitive, and a far cry from culinary excitement, but I had proven to myself that it was possible. I had survived, and in doing so, I had gained a new perspective on food, money, and my own inner strength. This challenge might be over, but the lessons I learned will stick with me for a long, long time. And that feeling? That's worth way more than $50.